I seen somebody on my For You page ask why aren't more music artists advocating for them not to ban TikTok? And that's a good point, because why aren't they? Why aren't more celebrities speaking out, especially musicians specifically, about the TikTok ban? Because I mean, this is their bread and butter, right? Like, majority of the songs that popped off is because it was a trend on TikTok first. So why aren't they advocating for the app not to be banned? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because celebrities don't give a fuck about us. Like, let's clock it. And I think the TikTok ban shows you that. I have rarely seen one of them speak out about this ban and how it will affect creatives. My mutual said something, Davey, in the comments said too, that a lot of celebrities don't want to seem like they need TikTok, even though they do. Like, they want to separate themselves from the common folk. And this is why I'm going to be so sad if this app gets banned, because Instagram has that same energy, that celebrity energy where, like, nobody's fucking relatable. Y'all never talk about anything relevant. Y'all not smart. The whole point of majority of celebrities is to keep you distracted, not informed, not educated, not inspired. Bitch, I ain't been inspired by, like, mainstream anything in, like, a couple years. I'm going to be honest. Y'all know who inspires me? Y'all inspire me. Like, I really have to, you know how they say you have to create more than you consume? I agree with that. But sometimes consuming specifically on TikTok inspires me. Like, y'all really inspire me to get on my Zoom. But another reason why I think a lot of celebrities or musicians aren't speaking out against the ban is because I think a lot of them resent creatives. I think a lot of them resent the way a regular person can get offered the same brand sponsorship as them. I mean, I literally had a mutual get on the same campaign as a Grammy award winning artist. Most celebrities just want to be praised, right? It's very ego-centered. They want to be praised. They want to be worshipped, right? And so now that we no longer, like, it's no longer about worshiping somebody. It's about relating and connecting to people. A lot of them don't like that. They do not like that. If you don't think a lot of celebrities resent this app and resent the fact that, we ain't have to sell our souls, bitch. Like, that's the real tea. Because look, now that we know the truth about the world, imagine what a lot of these people had to do for their positions. And now imagine somebody gets on this app and gets the opportunity to get in those same positions from just talking in their phone. I would probably be a little bit of a hater too, you know. But it is really sad to see that, like, they don't heal that hate and, like, you know, understand that this is how it should be. This is how it should be. You shouldn't have to go through gatekeepers and hoops and hurdles and through hell to share your gifts with the world. Like, I think a lot of people have this mindset that, oh, I suffered, so you gotta suffer. Well, I had to go walk across 7 seas and sell my mixtapes out of the trunk, so that's not the world right now. And I fear that a lot of celebrities specifically are not going to have long-lasting legacies because they refuse to adapt to the new times and refuse to usher in new creatives. Like, you see how they're not even advocating for us, bitch. They haters.
Now that we got TikTok back, I just want to take a moment to address you bitches that thought that y'all was so funny because, oh, what are y'all motherfuckers gonna do for money now? You're a weird, lame ass bitch. You're happy that people were losing access to a source of income. Just say your little dance challenges that you posted did not motherfucking take off. Just say that shit. Like, just say that whack ass song that you spent your last couple dollars to record and master never blew up when you posted it on TikTok and you're mad about it. Just say that. Like, girl, just say that you wanted people to go back to appreciating your BBL instead of appreciating people for their authentic personalities. Just say that. Like, it's so clear that y'all were so ready for things to go back to how it used to be with you having to fit a certain mold or, like, you know what I'm saying, to be a certain type of, like, look to have any kind of success or have any kind of platform. Just say that y'all were low-key mad that people were blowing up just off of being authentic, just being raw as hell and being secure with themselves, and, you know what I'm saying, not being scared to post themselves. Just say that y'all were mad. Just say that y'all didn't understand why them and not me. Just say that, because that's what it very much gives. Hating ass. Some of y'all show y'all hand every time whenever something gets taken away from somebody that you feel like don't deserve it, And that's exactly why you will never be shit or ever elevate in any lane that you try to go to. Because y'all don't know how to be happy for people. You will never succeed when you do not know how to be happy for the next person's success. Because people are literally getting paid for just showing their everyday lives. You know what I'm saying? Being relatable and showing that you do not have to fit a certain mold just to get a platform, or just to be popular, or just to have people love on you and show you like, and help you build a sense of community. To be happy that people lost that is insane, and really shows what kind of person you are.
All right, y'all. So it looks like TikTok is back. I don't know for how long. Maybe it's here to stay, but I feel like your girl TikTok is a little different. She left and came back, and she got a new hairstyle. She got a new look. She got a new personality, because it is just not the same as it once was before it got shut down. And comment below if you notice the changes with the algorithm. Like my For You page, I built that For You page brick by brick since 2020. And now it seems like the For You page and my algorithm and what I'm seeing is not what I normally see on my timeline. So it's odd. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how many celebrities and 9-to-5ers were celebrating that influencers were losing money and basically lost their job. How many people celebrated in the likes of this? So let's start with the 9-to-5ers, and then we can talk about the celebrities. Now, many of you know I am a 9-to-5er, and I also do content creation. So I am in both worlds and know how much work it takes in being a content creator, and know how it is being a 9-to-5er, getting my college degree, doing all of the above. So I have the best of both worlds, and I'm very appreciative of it. So I can call out the BS when I see it. And I saw a lot of 9-to-5ers being some haters. Okay, and this is the one thing that I think a lot of you guys need to get. It's hard on both sides. Are there benefits to having a 9-to-5? Yes. Are there benefits to being an influencer? Yes, there's benefits on both sides, but there's also cons on both sides. And you really just got to see 9-to-5ers gloating like, oh yeah, now you're gonna have to go find a job, ha ha. But when the pandemic happened and a lot of you guys were losing your jobs, understand that a lot of those influencers also lost their jobs, and how TikTok really kind of saved a lot of businesses, a lot of people who had talent and creativity to express themselves, and people liked how authentic they were, and they were able to make money from just being themselves. Why would you hate that? That they don't have to get up at a certain time and, get dressed and drive to a job that you clearly hate, drive through traffic, and clock in before you are late, before you have to face your manager or boss that you don't like, or have to pretend like you like your coworkers, or you may even enjoy your job. But I'm pretty sure the people who enjoy their 9-to-5 are not the ones that are laughing at people not being able to potentially pay their bills and get paid and make a way of living how they've been living, because it doesn't look like what your life looked like. And because you are miserable at your job, you want other people to be miserable with you. And like they say, it was the definition of misery loves company. Now, there's a beauty in both sides. There's a beauty in working a 9-to-5 as well. You could get to go home. You don't have to take work with you, and you clock out and you do what you do, and you have your free time. You have your guaranteed paycheck, and you have your insurance. Because let's be honest, a lot of influencers do not have insurance, health insurance, dental insurance. They don't have it. They got to spend a lot of money to get these things. So it was a comment that somebody made where they were like, oh yeah, I guess they need to get on the new app, another app called Indeed, which is a job recruiting app. And I was like, why are you laughing about that? And they're like, yeah, well, because now they got to do something that's like more important. And I'm like, do you think your job is important? And they're like, well, yeah, like my job makes a difference in life. I'm like, do it? Or does the company and the CEO and the person who created the business is the one that's making the impact? You're just an ant. You're just a worker. You're replaceable. You do know that, right? And they're like, I mean, I'm like, no, you're replaceable. And we all learned how replaceable we are when the pandemic hit. We all learned as 9-to-5ers how replaceable we were. So to sit there and try to say, like, because they're not doing what you're doing is not important. It is important, just like you like to watch sports, like you like to watch your reality TV shows, your entertainment, game shows. All of that is entertainment. And TikTok, fortunately, it is entertainment. Social media is entertainment. When you get off your 9-to-5, a lot of you guys like to hop on social media and be entertained. If you didn't have that, so to say that their jobs are not important, it actually is important. And they introduce you to brands and they sell products. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, like, 9-to-5ers, give some grace, because misery loves company. So if you were laughing at the fact that TikTokers were losing money in a way for them to take care of their family and all of it to go away, you need to really check yourself and ask, why do you want somebody's lives to change because your life looks like this? I've seen people that was clapping their hands and happy, and I'm like, how does this affect you? If you're not an influencer, how does this affect you? How? You got to really check yourself and ask yourself, why were you so angry about that? That's just to give another perspective on this whole TikTok situation, and 9-to-5ers celebrating and telling them to get a real job. Okay, so let's go on to celebrities. Now, Queen Naija has gotten a lot of heat since this whole TikTok ban because she decided to tweet out, and I am paraphrasing, that she was happy that TikTok was going away. So now real music artists can get noticed instead of the ones on TikTok, because as we know, a lot of artists blew up because of the power of TikTok, and they end up becoming something big without labels and, you know, having to sign a 360 deal. They're just getting their money directly to them. And it's a good platform for new artists. But for some reason, Queen Naija is saying, well, I don't like this. Ma'am, there's a lot to say about Queen Naija. And then she hopped on the app on Sunday saying, I hope y'all pray before y'all hop on TikTok. Like, girl. And people were saying, oh, no, it was condescending when she said that. Like, she didn't say, before y'all get on TikTok, make sure you say a prayer, you know, or something like that, so you can start your day off right. No, it was like, I hope y'all pray before y'all hop on TikTok. It's the same tone when people say to you, you make a comment and somebody comments to you and say, I hope you brush your teeth before you hopped on this app. It's very condescending. And it was like you threw a rock and like hid your hand type of comment. So people were calling her out for her behavior because she's already saying, you know, that she hopes TikTok go away so real artists are recognized. Ma'am, you got your own handful of problems. You know, I think you were very distracted. You got distracted by a man. You got distracted by having another kid. So therefore, having another kid is going to delay some things for you, because motherhood is not easy, regardless if you're married or not. Motherhood is not easy. And it takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on your mental health. Regardless if you have support, there's a hormonal aspect about it. So, you know, I'm pretty sure she has the money, the resources, the support, but it still weighs down on you hormonally and mentally, and all the changes that has happened to you after having that child, and then adjusting to parenting another human being. That is huge. Okay, that's a huge life change. And she got pregnant on her rise of fame with her music and everything. So, you know, it seems like we haven't really heard any music from Queen Naija. We really haven't heard much from her as of lately. And I think she's starting to, you know, get mad at TikTok because other people are having their moments. Like, Queen Naija, like, it's kind of contradictive for you to say that when you blew up through YouTube. Like, what if somebody would have said, you're just a YouTuber? Because people did tell her that. You're just a YouTuber. I wish these YouTube artists wouldn't think that they are a real artist. And it was really hard for her to get in the door and get some respect without people just looking at her like, oh, she's just a YouTuber. And she worked her way up to the top where other celebrities who also blew up, but they weren't known on YouTube first. Queen Naija was known on YouTube first and then was able to blow up because of her talent. So for her to kind of like celebrate was really weird to me, because it was just giving hater. It was giving, I don't want to say giving hater. I think there was a bit of bitterness there where she felt like she may have been treated unfairly, and she's looking at other people get opportunities that she hasn't gotten, and she felt like she, it's unfair to her. I don't know. I just sense like a little bitterness there with Queen Naija. So I also want to play a couple of videos towards the end that kind of explains why this whole ban was initiated in the first place. And a lot of people want to say it was Trump who initiated. It was not just Trump who initiated. It was a lot of political leaders. And a lot of people don't understand that these political leaders didn't start talking about the TikTok app until all the big music execs pulled out, because they wanted a piece of pie. They wanted money for the songs that were coming out. They wanted to work with them and work with TikTok to promote their new artists or music. And TikTok was not like, no, I'm not doing that. And y'all remember when all those music executives pulled out of TikTok music, and everyone was like laughing about how they're just gonna they're left with all these music. That's why a lot of the music that we listen to on TikTok, if it's not by an independent artist, and that's what blew up a lot of independent artists, because all these music execs pulled out of TikTok, and all these big artists, either they gave it to TikTok to play so they can get some popularity, or people made remixes out of it and they were able to play it on TikTok. I remember this because everybody was like, oh man, I can't even play my own favorite song unless that artist, brings it to that platform. Then we started hearing about the potential, oh my God, they're collecting all this data and security. At this point, even if China wanted to do that, it's too late. They got all of the information they needed. But it's not about the information. It's not about privacy and all these other things, because they violate our privacy every day as Americans, okay? If they want, and they sell our data every day if they wanted to. Okay, there's things happening behind closed doors we don't know about. So it was never, ever, ever, ever about, the privacy. No, it was all about money. So I'm going to play a couple of videos for you guys, or a video at the end of this kind of explaining, explainer of like why gaining access to TikTok's data is so important for America, because it's all about greed, it's all about wealth, and it's all about control. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you guys. And let me know your thoughts below about this whole TikTok saga, the ban, the data, the celebrities, the 9-to-5ers, all the drama. Did you delete the app? Do you still have the app? Did you get back on TikTok? Are you over TikTok? Let me know what your thoughts are below, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.